Poetry?
Just start reading
Yeah, there you go.
So I just say like what got my attention about Shaun was, I just do music research on the internet. Just look for people, look for different things, and see what's out there. And Shaun just got my attention because it's just so powerful, you know, and it's so unique. You know, there's a million lead guitar players out there, and there's a million singer-songwriters out there strumming the guitar and singing and whatever. But there's not too many people doing this, you know, with 4 strings and that big vocal, and it just gets your attention. You can't not watch it. So as a person who's seen just a ton of music, I see everything, but I just you don't see this, and so that's that. So I don't know. I just reached out. Then I looked up like where you live. Like I was like, where is this guy? Like, and I was like, what? You live in Springfield, Missouri? It just blew my mind. And then Berkeley, I was like, oh yeah, because you can just hear it. I mean, this guy's got the technical chops. But he's also he doesn't ever play it straight. He's not up here like playing it just like a cover song. He interprets it like a musician who's thought about a million different things. So to me, as kind of an old jazz head who loves interpretation, he just blew me away. So for him to be able to come up here from Springfield and play in this little joint, which is Joe's Cafe really prides itself on being a listening room. And so I thought if we could get this guy on stage and everybody, because we literally tell people to be quiet before the show starts. And then my motto is hire great musicians and just get out of the way. And so we did that a few years ago. This is the 3rd show we had with Shaun, and it's just been amazing. And I'm a music fan. I just like listening to him play. So that's my take on it. What do you think about it?
I just come here for all the kind words and positive energy. John lays on me all the time. It's always, every time I walk in here, it's such a great vibe, and that's really what I look for in a venue. Size and layout and that stuff is kind of secondary. I'm kind of looking for just a great energy and great staff and great people running the show, and it's hard to find much better around than John Parker here and everybody else. It's really a great, I won't call it an institution. I don't know if it's recognized as such, but for me it is, and it should be, because I've done this all over the world, all over the country, and there really is no other place like this that kind of operates in this way, in such an artist-friendly environment. And that's what you look for as an artist if you're trying to create, trying to make something beautiful, something positive. I think this is the place to be, and the scenery here, inside, outside, the people that come here, the people that run it, it's top to bottom. You can't say enough about what goes on here, and it's a great joy for me to come here and to play and to get to do what I do and have people that are appreciative and that say nice things and like you and let you kind of do whatever you want, have that carte blanche. And then often there's poetry in the intermission as well, so I love that blend of just all manner of culture, art, physical mediums of art and sculpture and poetry and the music and the singing and the playing, and that you can interact with the people and you can see like the whites of their eyes because of how intimate the setting is. It's just a fantastic venue, and I really hope that people continue to support this fantastic kind of endeavor in the arts that this is, and continue to do even more. I would love to see this place just really packed every time they open the doors, and I think it's just a matter of time before the word gets out and this place really explodes. So it's a great joy anytime I get to play here, and I look forward to coming here next year and doing this again, and I look forward to seeing John and company again. It's going to be a great time, so come on out.
All right, thanks, Shaun.
Thank you, brother.
All right.
Yeah.
Shaun, what just influenced you to come up with your own style? Because this is a style that people don't see. You don't see this
Yes.
every day.
Yes.
You know, or hear it every day on the radio or on CDs or what have you.
Right.
What was your main influence of doing it Shaun's way?
What was my influence of doing it Shaun's way? Probably I've done it every other way. I think I've done band, duo. I've done everything you can do pretty much as far as musical instrumentation, arrangement, setup. And this was the one thing that I hadn't done yet, was just to go out and kind of do what I've been doing my whole life, was just really just sitting and playing and trying to play all the parts that I hear, trying to do all the music that I hear, if I heard, if I'm doing a cover piece or something, trying to do all those parts, trying to figure out the mechanics of that, and then try to make it in such a way that it's still musical and still compelling, and that's always a challenge in all music. So that was just kind of the last, one of the few things I hadn't done, and it's probably been the most rewarding for me because of the ridiculous amount of freedom I have to go wherever I want to blend songs, to create, and also the kind of the tightrope kind of walking nature of what I do as how I approach it. I know what song I'm going to do. Usually I'm not 100% sure how I'm going to do it or how I'm going to end it or what's going to happen next. So it's been a fantastic journey in that respect. So as far as influences and all that, I'm really just pulling from everybody I've ever listened to, all the old Motown, the Prince, the James Brown, the Marvin Gaye, the Marcus Millers, the Stanley Clark, the Jocos, George Benson, all those guys, and try to jam it all into one and try to get as much of that's flowing through me out in a cohesive and coherent way. So, and hopefully people like it. So far people have. So yeah.
It's almost like that what Miles Davis did. You know, he did pop songs.
Yeah.
And people thought he was crazy. You know, like, what are you doing? But he made them so beautiful that it was just ridiculous. And all of a sudden the light bulb went off. Everybody was like, oh damn. You know, and if you can interpret a piece, you know, in your own way, and Shaun's really got that jazz sensibility where no two takes are ever the same, and you never know what's going to happen. It's just, and he doesn't, like he just said, he doesn't know what's going to happen. So it's just where inspiration takes you, and it's just, it takes guts to walk on that high wire with that kind of jazz improv style, but then you're also giving them that hook. They know what you're doing, like you were talking about in the show. Like they know the song, but they're hearing an interpretation of it that they haven't heard before. They definitely haven't heard it before. Because you haven't, you know, sometimes you haven't, you know, it's, I mean, you heard, you know, you kind of know where you're going with it, but exactly what's going to happen, you know, and we're never going to hear it again, you know, exactly the same way again. So that's what's so exciting about it, you know. I've heard Shaun do Man in the Mirror a few times, and it's been absolutely different every time, and it's just so cool. You know, because it just keeps you on the edge of your seat, you know.
Well, St. Louis loves you, and Joe's Cafe loves you.
Oh,
Definitely.
Joe's. Yeah.
Definitely.
And myself, as being a personal friend of yours, I love you.
Oh, thank
All right.
And I appreciate everything that you're doing in your life
Thank you.
and for the world. The more of the world needs to hear Shaun Munday.
There you go.
And again, that's ShaunMunday. That's Shaun Munday. Look him up. Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, whatever. The world needs to hear Shaun Munday, the great Shaun Munday.
Definitely.
We thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.